Hello, everyone, and welcome to Prevent-a-thon. My name is Selkuth and I am super excited to be bringing you the daily spotlight for day one of the event. Joining me, I have the wonderful Kasaki and the fantastic Peebs, two members of staff and members of the games committee for this event. And we're going to take a little bit of time here to walk you through some of the games that we are most excited about on the schedule. So, Peebs, why don't you start us off?
For me is Deliver Us the Moon run by Hepenwana. And if you have not seen this one, I believe it's currently on the PlayStation game, whatever, free one that you can play. And I actually had picked this up a few months ago, and it's breezy, I don't want to call it a walking sim, but it's like kind of a puzzler walking sim. And as somebody who runs a game that some people call a walking sim, I have a special affinity for games like this. And it's a game not a lot of people have really heard of. And it's a game that, I mean, the plot, I know we're not going to see the plot in a speed run, but the story really hooks you. It's really dramatic and, heart-wrenching and heartwarming kind of. So I'm very excited to see what Iran is like.
Yeah, I am super excited as well. Kasaki, how about you?
The first game I'm excited for is actually right after Deliver Us the Moon, oddly enough. It's Stray by Soulmass218. It's you play as a kitty cat. I mean, who what's not to love? Um, but also it's a good length. It's a lot of stuff happening. It's a great run to watch. And again, you get to play around as a kitty cat, and we have an incentive to get to pet all the robots and interact with the robots. So yeah, it's a great time. You should watch it for sure.
Stray is just great. But yeah, Kazaki, what else are you excited for?
Yeah, no, the next one is also me. It's on Friday morning, the first run of the day. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed. It's by Peakle, and it's a unique category in that it's being called Super Bosses Percent. It's like a maxed out file of the game, just going through the super bosses of the DLC. So, like, if you're used to not seeing the story in speedruns, you sure as heck aren't going to see it this time because we're not even going to touch the story. It's just running through the super bosses and beating them as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I believe Picole created that category, so that's always really cool to
I'm
see.
so excited.
Really
So
cool to see.
excited.
Now we get to come to my first run that I'm excited for the event, and that's actually Ultima 3 Exodus by Organ Mike. That's going to be the closing run of Friday night. Super late. I know it's going to be really late, especially for East Coast folks, but you're going to want to tune in. This is a super retro game, but there's an incredible amount of charm. It also has fuzzy wizards, which like fuzzy wizards. I am sold on the game because of that. Organ Mike does a fantastic job of presenting it, and it's just going to be great. It's going to be a fun time. I'm excited for it. Come check that one out. But Peeps, how about you? What else are you excited for?
My next pick is We Play Motion by SM MIDI. And while this is not a Wii game that I played, I was obsessed, and as I'm sure many of us were, with Wii Sports. And I love watching, this one's, I really don't want to say this word, but it's coming up on that time. This is almost a retro game. The Wii, and
Ouch.
it's so fun to see Wii games being run. I mean, that's a console, like, yeah, we all love the Wii, but do you often see runs done on the Wii? No. And this category, all platinums, I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah, MIDI does a great job of showcasing some obscure Wii
Oh
games,
yeah.
and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Now we come to a game that I love dearly. It's going to be on Saturday. It's our only co-op run of the entire event, and that is Stardew Valley 4-player community center restoration glitchless with Samantha Koff and Demonic Mermaid Frazzleduck and Zachary 20XX. I got interested in speedrunning because of Stardew Valley, so this community is near and dear to me, and I am so excited to get to see these four in particular, because they're a fantastic group. They work really well together, but they're also not a group that we often get to see at events. So super excited to see it. Also, community center registration is such an amazing category. It's a fairly lengthy one. You get to see a lot of content, but it's also so impressive that they could get it done in 2.5 hours. Like, It's so impressive. It's so cool. I am very, very, very excited for that run on Saturday afternoon. But we got some stuff coming up on Saturday night in Kasaki. I think your next game's in there, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's my last game of the spotlight is Nightmare Kart by Joker. It's an amazing, fun kart racer that is as much fun to play as it is to watch someone else run through it extremely fast. You might be thinking, hey, it's a kart racer. How do you make that go fast? Joker manages it because they go through it real fast, and it's a blast to watch them do it.
It's very cool, and we've got a fantastic incentive for that run to upgrade to the like true ending, essentially. So it's going to be a great time. Joker's always a fantastic runner to watch. My last game that I want to highlight for the spotlight is actually the opening game of Sunday morning, Princess Peach Showtime, run by Menace Mans. And we're actually getting to see the any percent NDA category. It is very long. It's a little over 3.5 hours, but it is absolutely worth every minute of that time. We get to see just how beautiful this game is, all of the different costumes, all the different skills that Princess Peach has. It is just an absolute tour de force of a run, and Mans makes it look super easy. So you do not want to miss that. Get settled in, get cozy for the opening of Sunday to come watch this incredible run. And Peeps, how about you? What else are you interested in seeing?
My final pick of the event is Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore, run by 3Pop. And Arzette is a love letter to Zelda CDI. It's an absolutely fantastic platformer. It is, and the cutscenes are amazing. I mean, it's just a lot of care was taken to get the vibe of those CDI games just right. And it's I know that this phrase was already used in this video, but it's a tour de force. Okay, so
it's going to be great. I'm excited. That's going to be kicking off our Zelda block. I wanted to say, like, the whole schedule's packed. Every run on this schedule is incredible. These are just some of the ones that we personally are excited for. I also want to note we have 2 bonus games this event. This is a new thing we're trying. So the first bonus game is going to be on Friday night. It's actually going to be run by me. Hi. Spin Rhythm XD. It's part of our rhythm block. If you've not seen Spin Rhythm XD, super cool game with some sort of somewhat unique rhythm game mechanics. I love it dearly. It's a great time. But we have to hit the milestone, which will get announced eventually, to unlock it. So that's going to be our first one. And then actually we have a second bonus game that's a mystery bonus game that's going to be closing out the event. We have you'll find out. You can find out that information. We have a milestone open starting actually right now to unlock the information for that run. So you get to know who the runner is, what the game is, what the category is. You'll get to learn all of that once we hit that milestone. Our host, who will be coming on soon, will have more info for you about that. But trust me, all of Games Committee knows what this game is. We are unbelievably excited for this. The runner has been working super hard to prepare for it. You are not going to want to miss this milestone game. So let's get those donations in. 4 Little Warriors, our fantastic charity. All the money goes to them, but it also goes towards unlocking information about this bonus run and getting us those 2 bonus games on top of all the amazing incentives for all of the incredible games in this event. With that, Kasaki, Peeps, any last words?
I love video games.
Also, be sure if we unlock that milestone that you stick around for our finale, which is always make Cell cry %, because it's a blast as well, and it's very funny to watch her blubber.
Shh, we don't need to talk about that yet. We have 4 exciting days of games before I get to cry. Yeah, it's going to be a great event. Very, very excited. Yeah. Saki and Peeps, thank you for taking time to join me to give folks a little taste and highlight of what they're going to see throughout this event. And thank you to all of our viewers who are here watching. You are what helps make this event happen, so we appreciate you being here.
Woo!
Of course, here at Prevent-a-thon, we raise money for Little Warriors, a Canada-based charity focused on the prevention and treatment of child sexual abuse. I encourage you to join me as we get ready for the start of the event to watch a short little video from Little Warriors. It's a video that's just sort of general awareness about the topic, about who it impacts, the lifelong results that it can have if not treated. It's a short video. It's a little over a minute long. It's got some very difficult imagery and stats in it, but it's a reminder that there is hope. There is hope thanks to the work that Little Warriors does. And so I encourage you to join me in watching this video.
When I was a kid, I had big dreams. I wanted to be a pilot.
I wanted to be an artist.
Be an artist.
I saw beauty in the world.
I was curious about life.
I wanted to be a scientist.
An astronaut.
A teacher.
When I was a kid,
I developed PTSD.
My battleground was my bedroom.
Online.
My church.
my locker room,
My daycare.
I learned how to hide.
I couldn't trust anybody.
Always anxious.
Afraid.
Alone.
I tried to numb the pain.
There was no escaping.
No escaping.
No relief.
Only loneliness.
I just wanted love.
When I was a kid,
I met others like me.
I found people who cared.
I found hope. I found healing.
I found courage.
I found strength. I found the Be Brave Ranch.
I became a warrior.
Sexual abuse is one of the most devastating things a child can experience, but as we saw in that video, there is hope. Little Warriors has a gold standard treatment program at the Be Brave Ranch for children and teens ages 8 to 17. But they also have a ton of online programs as well. These are available all over the world, and many of them are available for free. And so, obviously, our goal here is to raise money for Little Warriors, but we're also here to raise awareness about the topic and to help break some of the stigma about talking about child sexual abuse. So even if you're not able to donate, I encourage you to go check out the Little Warriors website. Maybe go take the Prevent-It workshop. Fantastic workshop. I highly recommend it. It's very difficult. It's very serious, obviously, but it is such incredible information to have. I cannot recommend it enough. We will have a charity interview coming up on Sunday, and that's going to be with the head of the Prevent-It program. If you're curious to learn more, tune in for that. Now, of course, this is our 4th event here at Prevent-a-thon, and so far across those first 3 events, we have raised 4,600 Canadian dollars for Little Warriors. We are excited to see where we're going to end up this event. Now, we don't have a firm donation total goal for this event. We're just going to see where we get to. Yeah, first and foremost, donations are great, but ultimately raising awareness for the topic and getting people educated about how they can help the kids in their life protect them is one of our #1 goals here. So whether you can donate, whether you can't, there is something for you to do here to engage with. And on top of that, we have 4 fantastic days of runs that I am super excited about. And I'm going to actually now hand you off to our host, who's going to get you ready and introduce that first run for you. So everyone stay tuned. Welcome to day 1. This is going to be a fantastic event.